I spent my morning reading all 19 pages of Apple's guide to iOS 26. I just upgraded to the iPhone 17 Pro Max, so I was just playing around with it. These are my top 5 favorite features. I saved my number one feature to the end, and if you only upgrade for that feature, I feel like it's worth it. So yeah, y'all, let's just get into it. So one of my favorite features from iOS 26 is definitely the whole new design. So when it comes to liquid glass, I actually really like it. I actually went back to using my 12 Pro Max for like a couple of days. And I was just like, wow, the scrolling experience is just not as great. Like, I really do like what the changes that they've made. And if you're curious, I did make a video comparing my 12 and my 17. I basically compared those two cameras. I did a whole bunch of like photo tests, portrait tests, video tests. So if you're interested, I'll definitely have those linked below. But yeah, I'm enjoying liquid glass. Hopefully in the future, there's a way to turn it off if you're not enjoying it. So I was hearing from people that there were some accessibility concerns, so hopefully that's fixed. I did want to say that there is a way to reduce the transparency if you're not a fan of liquid glass. I also want to say that I haven't had any battery issues with iOS 26, but I also have adaptive power turned on, so maybe that's helping. And then also in the design category, I really like spatial wallpapers. Like just looking at my wallpaper, I get more joy just from looking at it. It's basically this 3D effects that you can add. So I'll insert the one that I have of my dog. If you're looking for a spatial wallpaper, Pinterest has some really nice ones. So an iOS 26 feature I don't think enough people are talking about is visual intelligence. So basically you can hit camera control, but you have to make sure that this feature is turned on. And then you can point at anything around you and can ask questions to ChatGPT about it, or you can do Google searches about it. I just think that's so cool just because my regular process of doing that was longer. So this is less steps if you do ever like give images into ChatGPT. So yeah, I'm excited to see how they incorporate visual intelligence in the future with more iOS updates. Another feature I've been enjoying from iOS 26 is definitely live translation. So basically, it doesn't matter if it's in messages or if it's through something like FaceTime, you can actually get a translation of what the other person is saying. So I'll insert some clips of that just so you know what I mean. Hopefully, it will extend to more languages in the future. But yeah, I was in a Brazilian dance group and people would speak, Portuguese and things like that in messages. And sometimes I wouldn't understand all of it. A lot of times I wouldn't understand all of it. So I just think this feature is so cool. And it's just another thing that can help bring people together. And it's just less steps than like copying it, pasting it into Google Translate and then bringing it back. So I love this feature. So another feature I've been enjoying has to do with messages, and I just love that you can now add wallpapers. So I'll insert a picture of the wallpaper that I have for me and my sister's chat. But yeah, I just love when you can customize things. It just makes things way more fun. Only thing is you have to be careful because it changes it on both sides. So if I change the wallpaper, my sister can also see the wallpaper like the other person can. Some people were getting in trouble with that. But there's so many other things they add to messages. Like, you can do Apple Pay in group messages, you can do polls in group messages, you can see who's typing in group messages. Honestly, there's so many different minor tweaks that they made that if you want me to do a part two of like other little things that they've done, like something that I'm not saying in this video, but that I've been using is you can actually like change the snooze duration. So like, I think the set time is like 10 minutes, but it's like, what happened you want 20 minutes or something like that. So I'm definitely been loving that. Call screening, call screening. Y'all, when I tell you call screening has improved my quality of life, and I'm like not even being dramatic at all. It felt like I was getting spam calls like every single day, multiple times a day, and it just had gotten so out of control. It can get to the point where it doesn't even feel like your number is your number. And I know Android users have had this feature forever, so y'all were ahead of the game, so kudos to you. But I just love it so much. I feel like if you upgrade just for this feature, it's totally worth it. But yeah, basically with this feature, if you get a call from an unknown number, what it does is it asks for that person's name and why they're calling. And it's just been great because sometimes it is like, oh my gosh, it's my dentist calling, but I think it's a spam number, so I don't pick up, so I don't clean my teeth. So yeah, I really like call screening, and this is definitely my favorite iOS 26 feature. Okay, y'all, so those were my top 5 favorite features. Apple has so many other features that are in that like document as well. It's like small tweaks here and there. So if you want me to cover them, I can definitely make a part two. So just let me know. YouTube has this new feature where you can now like hype up a video. It's somewhere down below. So if you did like this video, if you don't mind hyping it up, I would appreciate it. But yeah, y'all, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Why did I do that?